Welcome to Defense and Tech World. Today we're diving into one of the most advanced anti-ship and land attack missiles in modern service, the Naval Strike Missile, or NSM. In the next several minutes we'll cover its origin, design, guidance and propulsion, operational use, and why it's become a sought-after weapon for navies and coastal defenses worldwide. Cut to logo animation, right pointing arrow, transition to footage of an NSM launch. Let's start at the beginning. The NSM was developed by the Norwegian company Kongsberg Defence and Aerospace as a successor to older anti-ship weapons. The design philosophy was simple but ambitious: build a missile that's stealthy, highly accurate, and able to defeat modern ship defenses while being compact enough for use on surface ships, coastal batteries, and even some aircraft. Show archival photos of engineering, Kongsberg logo, early test rigs. Physically, the NSM is a compact, sea-skimming cruise missile. It's roughly the size of a small bus's engine compartment, transportable and ship or truck launched. Its shape and low observable features help it reduce radar signature, while advanced seekers let it discriminate between real targets and decoys. Overlay schematic animation showing dimensions, low RCS shaping and control surfaces. So how does the NSM find and hit its targets? It uses a combination of guidance systems working together. In the cruise phase it navigates using GPS-aided inertial navigation, supplemented by an accurate terrain reference and navigation database. As it approaches the target area it switches on a sophisticated imaging infrared (IIR) seeker. That seeker compares an onboard image library with the scene below to identify, classify and lock onto a specific target, even in cluttered littoral environments. B-roll, graphic of guidance modes, close-up of seeker animation, on-screen text, GPS plus INS plus ear seeker. The missile's flight profile is built to survive. It flies extremely low over the sea, a few meters above the surface, at high subsonic speeds, following a sea-skimming, terrain-avoiding profile. This denies the target's radar early detection time and complicates interception by shipboard defenses. The NSM also performs unpredictable terminal maneuvers to foil point defense systems. Show slow motion of sea-skimming flight, then overlay of evasive terminal maneuvers. What about propulsion and warhead? The NSM uses a turbojet jet fuel motor tuned for long-range cruise flight at high subsonic speed with excellent fuel efficiency. Its warhead is a penetrating, multi-effect type optimized to defeat modern warships' hulls and internal compartments. The design emphasizes precision. Rather than relying on sheer explosive mass, the NSM uses precise targeting and penetration to disable critical systems. Show cutaway of the missile, engine, fuel tank, warhead, and a CGI of impact effects on a ship's hull. One of the NSM's defining strengths is flexibility. It's designed for multiple launch platforms. Surface ships, coastal defense batteries, and aircraft are all possible launch platforms. In naval service it's often deployed in canister launchers that can be installed on small warships or frigates without major ship modifications. For coastal defense, truck-mounted canisters create a mobile anti-access area denial capability. B-roll, deck launch, truck-mounted battery, helicopter, aircraft integration mock-up. Several important operational features make the NSM attractive. First, its targeting system can be updated in flight via data link, meaning it can receive new target information or abort commands. Second, its database-driven IIR seeker allows mission planners to program target discrimination profiles, helping avoid collateral damage or friendly fire. Third, the missile's compact size and modular launcher options reduce integration costs for many navies. On-screen bullet points summarizing these features. Who uses the NSM? Since its introduction it has been adopted by several navies and defense forces seeking a modern, survivable anti-ship capability. Visual. World map with pins showing operators. Use B-roll of ships equipped with NSM and training exercises. These users value the combination of range, stealth, and precision, especially in littoral and archipelagic waters where small, agile threats and cluttered coastal environments complicate engagements. Real-world employment demonstrates the NSM's strengths. During exercises, NSM-equipped units have shown the ability to penetrate layered defenses by combining low observability, complex approach routes, and late-stage target discrimination. For coastal defense, mobile NSM batteries create dilemmas for opposing fleets, forcing them to operate at greater standoff distances or devote significant resources to suppression. Insert exercise footage, simulations of coastal battery engagement. But every weapon has limitations. The NSM is subsonic, so it's not designed to outrun point defenses purely by speed. Instead, it relies on stealth, maneuverability and sophisticated seekers. Adversaries with robust over-the-horizon surveillance, air superiority, or effective electronic warfare could complicate its use. That said, NSM's combination of guidance redundancy and evasive flight profiles mitigates many threats. Visual. Comparative chart of subsonic versus supersonic missiles, pros and cons list. Let's talk variants and upgrades. Over time, manufacturers have worked on extended range versions, improved seekers, and tighter integration with networked battle management systems. This means future NSMs, and missiles derived from the design, will likely feature even longer standoff ranges, more resilient communications, and better countermeasures against active defenses. Show evolving timeline graphic. Baseline right-pointing arrow upgrades. Right-pointing arrow future concepts. How does NSM compare to other modern anti-ship missiles? It sits in a niche focused on stealth, precision and platform flexibility rather than sheer speed or mass. Compared with heavy supersonic or hypersonic anti-ship systems, NSM emphasizes cost-effectiveness and survivability through low observability and precise targeting. In many scenarios, especially near-shore operations, this approach is highly effective. Insert side-by-side spec-style graphic comparing NSM to other representative missiles with categories like range, speed, seeker type, launch platforms. Now, what does this mean for strategic balance? For smaller navies and coastal states, the NSM offers a credible deterrent at relatively modest procurement and integration costs. For larger navies, integrating NSM into multi-layered fleets increases tactical options in littoral warfare, enabling distributed lethality and standoff engagement strategies. In short, NSM helps shift the calculus of maritime operations by making surface ships more vulnerable unless defenders invest in detection and layered defense. B-roll, naval formations, coastal defense drills, command centers. Before we close, a quick look at targeting ethics and legal considerations. Modern precision strike weapons like NSM allow militaries to focus on military objectives while reducing collateral damage when used responsibly. That said, any deployment must follow international law and rules of engagement. Precision doesn't remove the obligation to discriminate and proportionally weigh military necessity against potential harm. On-screen text. Responsible use matters. To wrap up, the Naval Strike Missile represents a modern approach to anti-ship warfare. Compact, stealthy, precise, and flexible across platforms. Its combination of advanced guidance, sea-skimming flight, and modular deployment options has made it an influential design in contemporary naval planning. Whether you're watching a coastal battery track a simulated fleet or a frigate launch a canister on a test range, the NSM demonstrates how technology continues to reshape maritime power projection. Cut to dramatic slow-motion launch footage. Right-pointing arrow fade to presenter's face. If you enjoyed this deep dive, hit like, subscribe, and ring the bell so you don't miss our next breakdown of modern systems and tech. Tell us in the comments, would you rather have a mobile coastal battery with missiles like the NSM, or invest more in ship-borne point defense suites? We'll read the best answers and may feature them in a future episode. Thanks for watching Defense and Tech World. See you in the next one. End with channel outro animation and suggested video.